It was a Tuesday morning at Ford's Dearborn truck plant. Business as usual until everything stopped. The familiar roar of machinery vanished in an instant. Conveyor belts froze. Robotic arms hung motionless. Workers stared at each other, confusion turning quickly to concern. The silence was suffocating, a void where the heartbeat of American industry had always been. Supervisors scrambled for answers, but there were none. This wasn't a drill or a power outage. It was something deeper, more alarming. Orders for trucks were at record highs. The company and its workers were ready. But the problem wasn't demand or willpower. It was a hidden flaw in the global supply chain. The silence in Dearborn was the first tremor of a crisis that would shake the nation. For decades, the assembly line had seemed unstoppable, a symbol of American strength. Now, it was a symbol of vulnerability. No one knew how long the silence would last, or what it would cost. The factory's stillness was a warning. Something fundamental had broken. The shock would soon ripple far beyond these walls. America was about to learn just how fragile its industrial might had become. The cause? 17 rare earth minerals, tiny but essential for modern vehicles. These elements power electric motors, sensors, and circuits. Without them, production halts. For years, the U.S. relied on imports, mostly from China, which controlled over 80% of the world's supply. When Beijing imposed export restrictions, the global supply chain snapped. Ford's stockpiles vanished. Assembly lines everywhere stalled. This wasn't just a business hiccup, it was a strategic chokehold. The shutdown in Michigan was triggered by decisions made half a world away. The globalized system that once fueled American industry had become its Achilles heel. The silence in Dearborn was the sound of a nation caught off guard. The shutdown sent shockwaves through families and communities. Paychecks stopped. Uncertainty took over. Local businesses suffered. Suppliers struggled. The pain spread fast. Online, rumors and conspiracy theories flourished, deepening confusion and fear. The crisis exposed how interconnected and vulnerable the American economy truly was. Idle factories became a national symbol of insecurity. The question wasn't just when production would resume, but how America had become so dependent. The silence forced a reckoning with the true cost of globalization. With the auto industry paralyzed, the White House sprang into action. High-stakes talks with China led to a fragile deal. The U.S. eased some tariffs. China loosened rare earth restrictions. The flow of minerals resumed. Slowly, factories creaked back to life. Production was tentative. Supply chains fragile. The economic damage was done. Billions lost. Smaller suppliers shuttered. The deal was a bandage, not a cure. Relief was mixed with anxiety. The crisis had revealed a dangerous dependency. The truce was fragile. The risk remained. America's industrial heart had restarted, but the scar was deep. The lesson was clear. This could happen again. The shutdown was a wake-up call. American industry began rethinking its priorities, shifting from efficiency to resilience. Companies invested in domestic mining and processing. The government offered support. The goal: never again be held hostage by a single foreign supplier. The crisis sparked a new focus on economic security and strategic independence. Factories are running again, but the memory of silence lingers. America faces a choice: rebuild its industrial strength or risk repeating history. The future depends on learning the lessons written in steel and silence.